Behavior Hour. Joining me now is Jamie Whitfield, who is my assistant and also a recovering addict. You know, I kind of hate to label you that way because it sounds so one-dimensional because you're so much more than that.
Yes.
But the act of recovering, it's a lifetime commitment, but there's so much that goes into recovery. And what's the first thing? What's the first most important thing when it comes to recovery?
I believe it would be the commitment and just the self-awareness, the discipline that you have to put into it to stay in recovery, and motivation from yourself within
Yeah.
is major.
Yeah, you have to want to get better.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have to want that.
So a positive attitude is really a big deal because we're surrounded a lot of times by so much negativity in the world that it would be real easy to go hide in a corner and start using because you're just being bombarded with all this negativity. But you have a different attitude towards that.
Yes, I do. I feel like, for me, it's like we manifest our outcomes in life. So if I manifest the negativity and just allow that to take over my life, just like if you keep saying to yourself, I want to use, or I'm going to use, eventually you're going to use. For me, I just tell myself every day, no, today's not the day. Another 24-hour under my belt is what I want and desire. And I'm committed to that motivation to stay clean.
And that's an important factor too, taking it one day at a time.
Yes, very important. And sometimes we even have to take it minute by minute, because it's just our disease, the disease of addiction is very cunning and baffling. And like I read something the other day, it's like when our addiction is, in the darkness, it's over there doing push-ups, trying to get stronger and stronger to come back at us, And so if you don't, create something within yourself to fight your addiction, you will get, wrapped back up into that life again.
Is it something different in your makeup of your brain that puts you in a position where you're prone to where you're prone to be addicted? And again, I say that because so many of us have addictions of some kind.
Yes, we do.
It might not be illicit drugs, but, for instance, I've admitted before, I'm addicted to sugar, and that, therefore, I am a diabetic. Is it something in our brains that makes us do that?
Yes, it is. And part of recovery is retraining the brain, retraining the mind, resetting that mind to, I guess, per se, being normal again, whatever that is. I don't even know what normal is.
I'm not sure I
I'm
can
just
say
trying to
either.
find my normal. So, but we have to retrain our brains because for us as addicts, like I said before, all we know is, okay, things aren't going right. I can't handle this problem. I'm used to having this to the feel good. So we're filling them voids with that feel good. And normal people that don't have an addiction to drugs, they find different healthy ways to fill them voids with things that feel good. And so for us, we have to just retrain our brain to take that desire away.
Or find another way to satisfy.
Right, and hopefully it's not with another addiction.
Right. Well, and that's a good point too.
Yes, and so you have to retrain your brain with healthy ways of thinking. It's a very it's cognitive. It's all about your thinking and just knowing that, with the power that you have to retrain your brain, you can do anything. You can retrain yourself to not want something that's not good for you. that's insanity, really. And so when you come to terms with that, and that's where in recovery you work a program, and you get to know the 12 steps, and you work the steps with the sponsor, because it help the steps, are solutions to every problem.
Yeah,
and
I think that's cool.
Yeah, it's incredible, and it is, because our problems are no different than your guys's, but people that are not in recovery, but we just don't know how to handle them everyday problems without running to something that is that instant gratification to making us feel better.
Right.
So it's all about just retraining, rethinking, and just not being afraid to do something different than what we had been used to in our addiction.
Yeah, because, in my case, when I'm having a stressful day or feeling like I'm a little overwhelmed, I want a cookie.
Cookie monster.
In fact, I want more than one cookie. And I just shouldn't be doing that.
Right. And there again, we have to just continue to do that. I believe it just comes from that self-motivation, them self-talks. I know for me, I have a commitment to myself, and that is to stay clean daily and work a program. And in order for me to be great at that, I have to, there was a quote I would like to say, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great.
Yeah, that makes perfect
Les Brown.
sense.
And that's just so, that's just stuck in my head today, because that's my motivation to continue to do better. And a lot of people are scared to fail. And when you're scared to fail, you won't reach out and just go out there and do different things, because we're so scared that we're going to fail at that. But we have to, in order for us to get better at something, we have to do it badly at first to get it right.
Yeah.
Until we get it right. And so I kind of just correlate that too with my recovery. Like, I might not be doing everything perfectly, but I am striving. If I am doing it badly, then so be it. Just like my interviews with you. I have not been the best, person up here, but...
Well, it's not so much the content of what you have to say that's been bad. It's the fact that we can't hear you say it.
And so it's okay for me to do things badly until I get it right. And that's what I'm striving for. Like, I have goals, and I'm just ready to reach for my dreams, and each time that I do that in my recovery, my life, being here with you, my job, it's just I'm setting them expectations, a little higher each time, for myself.
Yeah.
Not so high that I'm disappointed in myself, but high enough to know that I have to go out of my norm to be able to go, have them expectations of myself to succeed.
Your form of push-up.
Yes.
To combat the addictions form of push-up. Well, Jamie, thanks for joining us today.